It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Kicker Dustin Hopkins set to get this one going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes routes versus air, but he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive, and he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Herbert. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it into game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Give him another one right back to Allen. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelly. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. And they'll try again down here with Kelly. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joshua Kelly punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Khalil Mack coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They end up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Draw play. It's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
To the air again, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On first down, Justin Herbert. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And a throw right sideline is complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert on first down now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go now, let's go. That's what it is. That's what it is.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Herbert throwing again. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Oh, nice move. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert now. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 3. Now here's the option play going left. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Holding offense.
Why are we doing this?
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 16, Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And the Chargers 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return will stop right around the 25. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Play smart, baby. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. That's what it is.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Prescott on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is where you step up, right here, baby. I know you hype. I know you every week. Let's go. Let's go right here. Once again, we got to get it through as a group.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.